The Amazon River, a name synonymous with life, diversity, and the untamed beauty of nature. It is a force of nature, a lifeline, and the very breath of our planet. Flowing over 4,000 miles, the Amazon is no ordinary river. It is an artery carrying lifeblood to the largest rainforest on Earth. This is the Amazon rainforest, a place often called the lungs of our planet. The Amazon rainforest breathes life into our world. It is a haven of biodiversity, a regulator of climate, and a home to indigenous cultures untouched by modern society. Yet this precious ecosystem faces unprecedented threats. Deforestation driven by human greed is tearing at its heart. Climate change, fueled by our disregard for the environment, is pushing it closer to the brink. The fate of the Amazon is not just a regional concern, it is a global crisis. What happens in the heart of this rainforest reverberates across the planet. When the Amazon suffers, the world feels its pain. The time to act is now, before the last tree falls, before the river runs dry, before the lungs of our planet can no longer breathe. From the icy peaks of the Andes Mountains, a trickle of water begins its long journey. This trickle, gathering strength with every mile, transforms into a mighty force of nature, the Amazon River. Its journey takes it eastward, across the South American continent, shaping the land and nurturing life along the way. The Amazon River is not just a waterway, it is a sculptor, carving its way through the landscape over millennia. It is a provider, sustaining millions of plants and animals, many found nowhere else on Earth, and it is a lifeline connecting remote communities and shaping the destinies of countless people. This river, unlike any other, holds the key to our planet's health. Within its depths and along its banks lies a wealth of biodiversity that astounds scientists and inspires awe in all who witness it. The Amazon is a living library, holding secrets to medicine, climate regulation, and the very essence of life itself. But this library is burning. The roar of chainsaws and the smoke of destruction threaten to silence the symphony of life that has played out in the Amazon for millennia. We must act now with urgency and determination to protect this irreplaceable treasure. The future of our planet and our own survival depends on it. High in the Peruvian Andes, where the air is thin and the peaks pierce the sky, the Amazon River begins its extraordinary journey. Born from glacial meltwater and fed by mountain springs, the river emerges as a mere trickle, a whisper of what it will become. Its journey starts as a rugged descent, carving through steep valleys and plunging over rocky precipices, gaining momentum with every passing mile. As the young Amazon descends from the Andes, it gathers strength from countless tributaries, each one adding to its flow and shaping its destiny. The rugged terrain forces the river to twist and turn, navigating a labyrinth of canyons and gorges, its roar echoing through the mountains. This is where the Amazon finds its voice, a voice that will soon resonate across a continent. The Andean headwaters are the cradle of the Amazon, a region of stark beauty and unforgiving conditions. Here, life clings to the steep slopes with unique species of plants and animals adapted to the high altitude and harsh climate. This is a world of condors soaring above snow-capped peaks, of spectacled bears foraging in the cloud forests, and of resilient communities living in harmony with the mountains. As the Amazon River leaves the embrace of the Andes, it carries with it the legacy of its birthplace. The sediment-rich waters nourished by the glaciers and the volcanic soil will shape the landscape and the ecosystems of the Amazon basin for thousands of miles. The river's journey is just beginning, but already it carries the seeds of life and the promise of abundance. Leaving the rugged Andes behind, the Amazon River enters a new realm, the vast expanse of the Amazon basin. Here it transforms from a raging torrent into a majestic waterway, its flow measured and steady, reflecting the tranquility of the rainforest. This is where the Amazon truly comes into its own, its waters spreading out like a silver serpent, embracing the rainforest in a life-giving embrace. The Amazon basin is a world unto itself, a tapestry woven from rivers, forests and wetlands, each element interconnected and dependent on the other. The river, no longer confined by mountains, meanders across the landscape, creating oxbow lakes, islands and vast floodplains that pulse with life. This is a dynamic environment constantly shaped by the river's ebb and flow, a testament to the power of nature's creativity. This labyrinth of waterways is a biodiversity hotspot unlike any other on Earth. The Amazon River and its tributaries teem with life, from the smallest insects to the largest freshwater fish on the planet. Pink river dolphins, caimans lurking beneath the surface, and giant otters playing along the banks are just a glimpse of the incredible diversity that calls this river home. The Amazon River is not just a waterway, it is a lifeline, a highway, and a source of sustenance for countless species. It connects distant parts of the rainforest, allowing for the exchange of genes and the movement of wildlife. It is the very essence of the Amazon basin, a force that sustains life and shapes the destiny of this extraordinary ecosystem. Flowing eastward, the Amazon River becomes the heart of a continent, its influence extending far beyond its banks. It dictates the rhythm of life in the rainforest, its seasonal floods replenishing the soil and shaping the landscape. The river's breath creates the humid air that hangs heavy over the jungle, nurturing the lush vegetation and creating the perfect conditions for an explosion of life. The Amazon River's influence extends beyond the rainforest, reaching into the heart of South America. It acts as a natural boundary, separating countries and shaping their histories. It provides a vital transportation route, connecting remote communities and facilitating trade. The river's presence is felt in the culture, mythology, and daily lives of the people who live within its reach. As the Amazon River approaches the Atlantic Ocean, it gathers its strength one last time. It has traveled thousands of miles, carrying the essence of the Andes, the secrets of the rainforest, and the stories of countless lives. Finally, it releases its grip on the continent, pouring its vast volume of fresh water into the ocean, creating a delta so vast it can be seen from space. The Amazon River, from its humble beginnings in the Andes to its grand finale at the Atlantic, is a testament to the power of nature. It is a river of extremes, a source of life, and a symbol of the interconnectedness of our planet. Its story is a reminder that we are all connected, from the highest peaks to the deepest oceans, and that the fate of the Amazon is inextricably linked to our own. Step into the Amazon rainforest and you enter a world unlike any other. The air hums with the sounds of life, a symphony of buzzing insects, chattering monkeys, and the calls of exotic birds. Every inch of this emerald realm teems with biodiversity, a living testament to the power of evolution and the intricate web of life. The Amazon basin is home to the richest biodiversity on Earth, a treasure trove of species found nowhere else. Scientists estimate that this single rainforest houses 10% of the world's known species, with countless more yet to be discovered. From the tiniest insects to the largest predators, the Amazon is a vibrant tapestry of life, each species playing a crucial role in the delicate balance of the ecosystem. The rainforest floor, a world of dappled sunlight and decaying vegetation, is home to a myriad of creatures. Giant anteaters lumber through the undergrowth, their long snouts probing for ants and termites. Jaguars, the apex predators of this realm, stalk their prey with stealth and precision. And a kaleidoscope of insects, from leafcutter ants to iridescent butterflies, add their own unique colours and sounds to the symphony of life. The Amazon's biodiversity is not just a spectacle of nature, it is a library of genetic information, a source of potential medicines, and a key to understanding the evolution of life on Earth. Every species lost represents a closed book, a missed opportunity to unlock the secrets of this extraordinary ecosystem. Ascend into the canopy, and a whole new world unfolds. Here, bathed in sunlight, is where the Amazon truly comes alive. Towering trees, some reaching over 200 feet tall, form a dense emerald ceiling, their branches draped with vines, orchids and bromeliads. This is the engine room of the rainforest, where photosynthesis converts sunlight into energy, fueling the entire ecosystem. The canopy is a world of vibrant colours and constant movement. Monkeys, masters of acrobatics, swing effortlessly through the branches, their calls echoing through the trees. Macaws and parrots, their plumage a riot of colour, flit from tree to tree, their calls adding to the cacophony of the rainforest. And sloths, masters of camouflage and slow movement, cling to branches, their lives perfectly adapted to this arboreal world. The canopy is also home to a bewildering array of insects, each one a marvel of adaptation. Leafcutter ants, their trails crisscrossing the forest floor, carry leaves back to their underground nests, where they cultivate fungi for food. Stick insects, masters of disguise, blend seamlessly with their surroundings, their bodies mimicking twigs and branches. And the air hums with the wings of countless insects, pollinating flowers and playing a crucial role in the rainforest's intricate web of life. The Amazon canopy, with its vibrant life and intricate connections, is a testament to the power of nature's ingenuity. It is a reminder that we are just beginning to understand the complexity of this ecosystem and the importance of preserving it for future generations. Beneath the rainforest canopy, hidden from the sunlight, lies a world of mystery and wonder. The forest floor, a damp and shadowy realm, is where decomposition reigns supreme. Fallen leaves, branches, and even entire trees are slowly broken down by a complex web of fungi, bacteria, and insects, their nutrients recycled back into the ecosystem. This process of decay, while often unseen, is essential for the health of the rainforest. It provides nutrients for plants, supports a diverse array of decomposers, and plays a crucial role in the carbon cycle. Without the constant recycling of nutrients, the rainforest would quickly become depleted, unable to support the incredible diversity of life it sustains. The rainforest floor is also home to a fascinating array of creatures that have adapted to this dimly lit world. Giant earthworms, some reaching over 6 feet in length, burrow through the soil, aerating it and improving drainage. Armies of leafcutter ants, their trails visible from the air, carry leaves back to their underground nests, their industry a testament to the power of collective action. And bioluminescent fungi, their eerie glow illuminating the forest floor at night, add a touch of magic to this often overlooked realm. The rainforest floor, with its hidden wonders and essential ecological processes, is a reminder that even the seemingly insignificant parts of the Amazon play a vital role in the health of the entire ecosystem. The Amazon River, for millennia, has been more than just a waterway. It has been a lifeline for countless indigenous communities. These guardians of the forest have lived in harmony with nature, their lives intricately interwoven with the rhythms of the rainforest. Generations upon generations have lived and thrived in this challenging yet bountiful environment, their knowledge of the forest passed down through centuries of oral tradition. Their understanding of the rainforest's delicate balance is profound. They know the secrets of the plants, the habits of the animals, and the language of the river. They are the true experts of this ecosystem, their lives dependent on its health and well-being. Their traditional practices, from hunting and fishing to agriculture and medicine, are all carefully calibrated to ensure the sustainability of the rainforest. The indigenous people of the Amazon see themselves not as separate from nature, but as an integral part of it. They believe in respecting the spirits of the forest, recognizing the interconnectedness of all living things. Their rituals and ceremonies reflect this deep connection to the natural world, honoring the delicate balance that sustains them. Their knowledge, accumulated over centuries of living in harmony with the Amazon, is an invaluable resource for understanding and protecting this vital ecosystem. Their voices, often marginalized and unheard, need to be amplified in the global conversation about rainforest conservation. Their survival is inextricably linked to the survival of the Amazon, and their wisdom holds the key to a sustainable future for this irreplaceable treasure. However, the indigenous communities of the Amazon face unprecedented challenges in the modern era. The encroachment of the outside world, driven by greed and a disregard for traditional ways of life, threatens their very existence. Deforestation, fueled by the insatiable demand for timber, land for cattle ranching, and the expansion of agriculture, is tearing through the rainforest at an alarming rate. This destruction not only robs indigenous communities of their ancestral lands and livelihoods, but also disrupts the delicate balance of the ecosystem they have carefully stewarded for generations. The loss of forest cover leads to soil erosion, disrupts water cycles, and displaces countless species of plants and animals. The consequences are devastating, not just for the indigenous people, but for the health of the entire planet. The influx of outsiders, bringing with them diseases to which indigenous people have little immunity, further threatens their survival. The allure of gold, oil, and other natural resources hidden beneath the rainforest floor has also drawn illegal miners and loggers, often exploiting and displacing indigenous communities in their pursuit of profit. Despite these challenges, the indigenous people of the Amazon remain resilient. They are on the front lines of the fight to protect their home, their cultures, and their way of life. They are organizing, raising their voices, and demanding recognition of their rights and their ancestral knowledge. Their struggle is not just for themselves, but for the future of the Amazon and the well-being of all humanity. The fate of the Amazon rainforest is inextricably linked to the fate of the indigenous communities who call it home. Their deep understanding of the forest, their sustainable practices, and their unwavering commitment to protecting their ancestral lands make them essential partners in the fight to preserve this invaluable ecosystem. The world needs to listen to the voices of the indigenous people, to respect their rights, and to support their efforts to protect the Amazon. Their knowledge is not a relic of the past, but a vital resource for the future. Their traditional practices offer valuable lessons in sustainable living and harmonious coexistence with nature. As supporting indigenous communities is not just a matter of social justice, it is an ecological imperative. By empowering them to protect their lands and their cultures, we are also protecting one of the most important ecosystems on Earth. The Amazon rainforest plays a crucial role in regulating the global climate, absorbing vast amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Its continued health is essential for mitigating the impacts of climate change. The future of the Amazon, and indeed the future of our planet, depends on our ability to recognize the interconnectedness of all living things. We must learn from the wisdom of the indigenous people, embrace their values of respect for nature, and work together to ensure a sustainable future for the Amazon and for all. The Amazon rainforest, once a symbol of nature's resilience, now stands shrouded in the shadow of deforestation. The relentless march of human activity, driven by insatiable greed and short-sighted policies, is tearing at the very fabric of this vital ecosystem. Vast tracts of rainforest, once teeming with life, are being cleared at an alarming rate, leaving behind a trail of ecological devastation. The primary culprits are many and varied. The global demand for timber, beef and soybeans fuels the expansion of agriculture and cattle ranching, often at the expense of the rainforest. Illegal logging, mining and land grabbing further exacerbate the problem, driven by a thirst for profit that disregards the environmental and social costs. The consequences of deforestation are far-reaching and devastating. The loss of forest cover disrupts the water cycle, leading to more frequent droughts and floods. It also releases massive amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, contributing to climate change and exacerbating its impacts. The destruction of habitat drives countless species towards extinction, eroding the biodiversity that makes the Amazon so unique. Deforestation also has profound social and cultural impacts, particularly on the indigenous communities who have called the rainforest home for millennia. The loss of their ancestral lands and livelihoods, coupled with the influx of outsiders and the erosion of traditional practices, threatens their very existence. The destruction of the rainforest is not just an environmental tragedy, it is a human rights crisis. As if the threat of deforestation wasn't dire enough, the Amazon now faces another formidable faux climate change. This global crisis, fueled by human activities that release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, is already altering the delicate balance of the rainforest, pushing it closer to a tipping point from which it may never recover. The Amazon is experiencing rising temperatures, altered rainfall patterns, and more frequent extreme weather events, all directly linked to climate change. These changes threaten to disrupt the delicate web of life that sustains the rainforest, pushing it towards a drier, more savanna-like state. Such a transformation would have catastrophic consequences for the region's biodiversity, its ability to store carbon, and the livelihoods of millions of people who depend on it. The Amazon's ability to withstand these changes is further compromised by deforestation. As vast tracts of rainforest are cleared, the ecosystem's resilience is weakened, making it more susceptible to the impacts of climate change. This dangerous feedback loop, where deforestation exacerbates climate change and vice versa, threatens to push the Amazon towards a point of no return. The consequences of a changing climate in the Amazon are not limited to the region itself. The rainforest plays a crucial role in regulating the global climate, absorbing vast amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Its degradation could accelerate climate change, leading to more extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and other devastating impacts felt worldwide. The fate of the Amazon is inextricably linked to the fate of the planet. The challenges facing the Amazon are daunting, but they are not insurmountable. The fate of this vital ecosystem, and indeed the future of our planet, depends on our collective action. We need urgent, coordinated efforts on a global scale to address the root causes of deforestation, combat climate change, and empower the indigenous communities who are the true guardians of the rainforest. Protecting the Amazon requires a multifaceted approach. Governments must enact and enforce stricter environmental regulations, cracking down on illegal logging, mining, and land grabbing. Sustainable agricultural practices such as agroforestry and silvopasture need to be promoted and implemented to reduce pressure on the rainforest. International cooperation is essential to address the global demand for commodities that drive deforestation. Combating climate change requires a global transition to a low-carbon economy. This means investing in renewable energy sources, improving energy efficiency, and reducing our reliance on fossil fuels. International agreements like the Paris Climate Agreement provide a framework for collective action, but their commitments must be strengthened and implemented with urgency. Empowering Indigenous communities is crucial to the success of any conservation efforts. Their traditional knowledge, sustainable practices, and deep connection to the rainforest make them invaluable partners in its protection. Recognizing their land rights, supporting their livelihoods, and incorporating their voices in decision-making processes are essential steps towards a sustainable future for the Amazon. The Amazon River, a force of nature that has shaped a continent and cradled life for millennia, now faces an uncertain future. Its fate hangs in the balance, threatened by the very species that depends on it for survival, humanity. The challenges are immense, but so too is the responsibility we bear to protect this irreplaceable treasure. The Amazon rainforest is not just a collection of trees, rivers, and animals. It is a symphony of life, a masterpiece of evolution, and a testament to the interconnectedness of our planet. It is a source of wonder, inspiration, and essential ecological services that sustain us all. Its loss would be a tragedy not just for the Amazon, but for all of humanity. We are all connected to the Amazon, whether we realize it or not. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the climate we depend on, all are influenced by the health of this vital ecosystem. What happens in the Amazon does not stay in the Amazon. It reverberates across the globe, impacting us all. The legacy we leave behind will be judged not by the monuments we build, but by the natural wonders we preserve. The Amazon rainforest is a test of our values, our commitment to future generations, and our ability to act collectively in the face of a global challenge. The time for complacency is long gone. The time for action is now. The fate of the Amazon, and indeed the fate of our planet, rests in our hands. We have the power to choose a different path, to break the cycle of destruction, and to create a future where humanity and nature thrive in harmony. But this requires a fundamental shift in our mindset, our priorities, and our actions. We must recognize that we are not separate from nature, but a part of it. Our well-being is inextricably linked to the health of the planet. We must embrace the principles of sustainability, recognizing that our actions today will have consequences for generations to come. This is not a time for despair, but a time for hope, a time for courage, and a time for action. We must demand that our leaders prioritize the protection of the Amazon and the fight against climate change. We must support organizations working to conserve the rainforest and empower Indigenous communities. We must make conscious choices in our daily lives to reduce our environmental impact. Each one of us has a role to play in this collective effort. We can educate ourselves and others about the importance of the Amazon. We can support sustainable businesses and products. We can reduce our consumption, reuse and recycle, and make choices that minimize our carbon footprint. The Amazon rainforest is calling out to us, urging us to listen, to learn, and to act. Let us answer that call with courage, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to safeguarding this irreplaceable treasure for generations to come. The future of our planet depends on it.